Hey guys, welcome to another one of my videos. Today we're going to be looking at the top 10 A2 legal motorcycles in the UK. Now as always I'm going to be rating this out of 10, and the specific criteria I'm going to be looking at is the performance, ride quality and comfort, looks and style, reliability, insurance cost and overall cost. This includes the bike purchase, road tax and running costs. And if you regularly watch my videos, this isn't only the UK, these bikes can be found worldwide. And also, just a thanks for all your support lately guys. I really do love your guys' feedback, and I'm always open to video suggestions, which was the inspiration for this video. So without further ado, let's just get into it. Kicking off the list at number 10, we have the KTM RC390. In my opinion, I think this has the best looks on the list. KTM really know how to make a sporty looking bike. Performance wise, you'll be getting a single cylinder 44 brake horsepower fuel injected engine, capable of a top speed of around 105 mph. While it might not be the quickest on the list, you're still going to get a lot of torque in the low to mid rev range, which would be ideal for city riding. With regards to price, you can pay anywhere from £2,500 to £3,000 for one with decent mileage, and if the RC is not your style, you can go for the 390 Duke, which is a similar price point, which is kind of the same bike with a different shell. Now when it comes to insurance, I've been riding for a little while now, and the lowest quote I could get was 338, which is not too bad when you think this bike is considered a super sport. So overall, it's not too much of a bad bike. The only points that let it down is its price, and potentially the ride quality and comfort over time. There's also been some reliability concerns. Some reports of the bikes not being made up to standard, but KTM has quickly resolved these issues. So yeah, if you can pick one up relatively cheap, I think it's worth it. This is a really impressive bike, and if it was up to me, I'd definitely sacrifice the comfort, and potentially having reliability issues just to own this bike. Coming in at number 9, we have a Japanese manufacturer, Suzuki, with their fantastic dual sport DLZ 400 S or SM. I actually quite like the look of them, but I know they're not for everyone. Personally, I haven't had as much fun on the bike as a DLZ. Every time I got on mine, it always put a smile on my face. DLZs are very torquey machines. In the low to mid rev range, it has so much power to offer, and pulls like an absolute beast. Long trips with motorway speeds are not the greatest thing though. DLZs are pretty hard to find in the UK, but sometimes can go for really good prices. In fact, I picked mine up for £1.5 grand. It needed a little bit of work done on it, but after that it was golden. I can honestly say I do regret selling it. To be honest, I'll probably pick another one up in the future. They are really great bikes. Insurance is not a bad story either. I managed to get mine for around the 300 mark. The only thing I'd say with this bike is you probably should be mechanically minded if you want to get one. I had to clean out my carb and change tyres a few times, which to a lot of people is not ideal. But you will be getting a solid engine, which is a 39 horsepower thumper. Now if you do get this bike, be prepared to buy yourself some chains and locks because these are thief magnets. Other than that, I think the bike's great. I just wish it had 6 gears instead of 5. Now for number 8, we're looking at another Japanese manufacturer, Yamaha, with their MT7. The MT has to get a 10 for me for performance. Its parallel twin, fuel injected 74 horsepower engine just pushes like crazy, which basically makes it a wheelie machine. You'd have to get a restrictor fitted for an A2 license, but it wouldn't get rid of any of that low end torque. If you are in the UK, look in the description for more information on restrictors. Unfortunately, all this power is going to come at a price. MTs are definitely the most expensive bikes on this list, even with their road tax coming in at £85 for the year. And again, unfortunately the insurance isn't that great either. Compared to the other quotes I got, this is quite a difference, and will probably be quite expensive for new riders. But on the plus side, you'll be getting a reliable, great looking bike that will also give you some great ride quality and comfort. It would be nice if they put a bigger windshield on it though, but I'm pretty sure there's loads of mods for that. So overall, if you have quite a bit of spare cash, you may as well go for it. I honestly can't see any other A2 licensed bikes beating this for performance. It's just a great overall package, in my opinion. One final point though, I'd look out for police if you're riding this because you are bound to wheelie it, so don't twist your wrist too much and keep that front wheel down. At number 7, again a Japanese manufacturer, we're going with the Honda NC700S or X. This bike has to be one of the most economical for its size. Its 670cc parallel twin single overhead cam engine can push around 47 to 51 horsepower with a top speed of around 115 mph. Since it's so economical, it's great for around town riding, and it's also extremely well built. You'd expect to pay around £3,000 for one with good mileage, but even one with over 20,000 miles will still probably last you a long time. Now when it comes to insurance, it's kind of pricey but not too bad, with my lowest quote coming in at around £380. I think another benefit of this bike is it comes with an X model, which is more of the dual sport equivalent. So if you do fancy slapping on some off-road tyres, you can do it, and it should handle it absolutely fine. Now one more little advantage is the storage space of the bike. Where the fuel tank sits, there's a nice little compartment where you could fit at least a helmet or some little things, which to be honest is more than most bikes have to offer. At number 6, again, a Japanese manufacturer, Kawasaki with their Ninja 250R. This was a really tough choice to make because I did want to include the Ninja 300, but I just really couldn't bring myself to ignore the iconic 250s. In fact, the 250R was the first bike I went up to from my learner license, and I absolutely loved it. Now I do want to stress, if you can get a 300, get it. But for the price of a 250 at around 1,600 and sometimes even cheaper than that, it would be silly to spend an extra £1,000 just for an extra 50cc. But if that doesn't bother you, then just go for it. They're both brilliant bikes. Now insurance for me was about £335, which isn't too bad. And you know, it'd probably be around the same for a Ninja 300. Both bikes have parallel twin engines, with the 250 pushing around 33 horsepower. Neither bike needs a restrictor fitted either. The 250 has a top speed of around 105 mph and the 300 probably about 110. Both bikes have pretty decent acceleration, but when they get over a certain RPM they really open up and come alive. Overall, I'd really recommend one if you're coming up from 125. I really did love mine. The only thing I was looking for was a bit extra power. So anyway, that's it for this list, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Part 2 will be out soon. Now if you have any suggestions for future video ideas, I'd really appreciate it if you commented below. And if you have any advice for making my videos better, please comment down below. I really do love your feedback. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this far, and I'll see you next time.